For brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution,
When
like
shall we
Valor's
three
minion
meet
carved
again?
out his passage
In thunder,
till he
lightning,
faced the
or in
slave,
rain?
When the
which ne'er
herd
shook
is
hands
done,
nor
and the
bade
battle's
farewell to
lost
him.
and won.
That
till he
will be
unseen him
ere
from
the
the nave to the
settled
chaps,
sun.
and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Upon the heath,
There to meet with Macbeth. A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go about, thrice to nine and thrice to nine, and thrice again to make up nine. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these? We're so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glass.
all hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
To me you speak not?
Thou shalt get kings though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sinel's death I know I am Thane of Glamis, Tower of Cawdor. The Thane of Cawdor lives, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. Speak, I charge you.
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air as breath into the wind. Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so.
Who's here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. He bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor.
Can them speak be true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who as the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind.
Worthy Macbeth, we wait on your leisure.
Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friend.
Is execution done on Cawdor?
I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons.
The service and loyalty I owe in doing pays itself. Your Highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne by doing everything safe towards your love and honour.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labour to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
We will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else I will leap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, worthy Banquo. He is full so valiant. Let's after him.
Came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time, with hail king that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor and shalt be. What thou art promised, yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full o' the milk of human kindness. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, with fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned with ill. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him?
It is true, our Thane is coming.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse. that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlement. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst hood. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell. But my keen knife sees not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great Glums, worthy Cawdor, greater than both. By the all-hailed hereafter, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. Look the innocent flower, but be the serpent under. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favour ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
If it were done when 'tis done, 'twere well it done quickly.
Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. Like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but the dagger of the mind, a false creation? Proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain, I see thee yet in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshals me the way that I was going, such an instrument I was to use. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout. I go and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them have given me fire. I have drugged their possums, that death and nature do content about them whether they live or die. My husband.
I have done a deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
I thought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more, Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep, that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it thus cried? Why, worthy thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things? Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. The cont again I dare not.
Infirm of purpose! Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
To know my deed will best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
It is a knocking indeed. If I were a porter of Elsgate, he should have an old turning key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Ah, here is a farmer that hanged himself on the expectations of plenty. Come in, I've napkins enough about you. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Never at quiet. What are you but this place is too cold for ale? I devil a porter it no further. I had thought to have let some in, of all professions that go the primrose way to everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon, I pray you remember the porter.
Was it so late then, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
If faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock.
Is thy master stirring?
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
Oh, horror! Horror, horror! Time your heart cannot conceive nor name thee! Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! As from your graves rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror, ring the bell!
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glance, all as the weird woman promised, and I fear thou playest most foully fought.
Ride you this afternoon?
Hi, my good lord.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will fail.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. 'Tis concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Okay, Talia, Will, you're going to have to bring a chair on rather than Banquo. Sort of kills the reveal a little bit, doesn't it?
Sit down and hearty welcome. Thanks to your majesty. There's blood upon our face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut.
And Fleance?
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Now I am confined in saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 drenched gashings on his head.
Thanks for that. Get thee gone.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Now, good digestion and health.
May it please your highness sit?
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What's it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His Highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. Are you a man?
I am a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Why do you make such faces, when all is done? You look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo, how say you? Why, what care I? If thou cannot speak to unreal mockery hence. Why so, being gone, I am a man again.
You have displaced the mirth with most admired disorder.
What sights, my lord?
A kind good night to all.
Will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. For now I am bent to know, by the worst means, the worst. For mine own good I am in blood. Strange things I have in head, that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures.
Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. We are yet but young indeed.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is't you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by what you profess. However you come to know it, answer me.
Speak, demand.
We'll answer. Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him. Let me see him. Tell me thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou naught.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife.
But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Be bloody, bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet, I'll make assurance double sure. Thou shalt not live.
Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham wood to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet Bodmans. Good. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Show.
Show.
Show. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me, points as them for his. Where are they? Gone.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord. Macduff has fled to England.
The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line.
What's the newest grief? Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
Merciful heaven, what man? Ne'er pull your hat upon your brows, give sorrow words.
My children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that can be found.
My wife too.
I have said.
All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Oh, Hellkite, all? What? All my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop. Front to front. Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him. If he scape, heaven forgive him too.
Know you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands.
Out, damned spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh! Oh! Oh!
What a sigh is there? The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Wash your hands. Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of one's grave. To bed. To bed! There's knocking at the gate. Come. Come. Come, give your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. God forgive us all. Look after her. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength with laugh besieged to scorn. Wherefore was that cry?
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. 'Tis a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I said I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree thou shalt hang alive, till famine cling thee. Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whiles I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn.
Thou losest labour. I bear a charmed life which not yields to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it have cowed my better part of man. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield to thee, coward. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and underwrit. Here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield, to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, though Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born. Yet I would try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, hold, enough.
I would the friends we miss were safe, arrived. Macduff is missing.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's head, cursed head. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland.
What's more to do, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis thought by self and violent hands took off her life. This we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Sco.